Sky Prophet, baby. Back in your face. Hope your day going good. Holding that peace, holding that joy, holding that and sign in the middle, man. Feeling beneficial, feeling thankful, feeling appreciative. See, understanding your place better, yourself better. What you're doing is creating a better function about yourself for the future. Prophet got a question to ask you. Do you trust yourself? While you think about it, let me send you some blessings, guidance and protection, integrity, strength, focus, and understanding each individual out there. No exceptions. Never no exceptions. Come up with something? Do you trust yourself? It's a tricky one too. What if I'd have asked it to you like this? Do you trust your higher self? Do you trust your higher self? Some individuals will say, yeah. Okay, cool. Do you listen to it all the time? Definitely guidance, and this is from experience, definitely guidance that I just neglected. A lot of guidance that I don't know why I didn't want to listen. It was always right though. Guess it was a challenge. It was a walk to get to these places we thought, but don't always listen to that good advice. Most of us can attest to that. But you got to have that established within yourself. See, if you're not trusting your higher self, then you're moving with ego. It's going to really be like either or. Because, sometimes you can operate out of your ego a little bit. Well, not say a little bit, but you can operate out your ego. But those patterns and ways is not right. It's not beneficial for everybody. They got selfishness in there. Got greed and jealousy and all kind of things in there. Got to have that established so you can begin to reprogram yourself. So you're reprogramming yourself with all of these patterns. You changing and transforming these patterns within yourself. And as a result of that, just like you operating on a little higher of your percentage, so you're changing these patterns about yourself, and it's allowing your consciousness to go up in vibration and frequency. And because of that, the function of you is changing. The way you operate is changing. Your human nature is changing. This is for the future. If I should never knew it come to this. Time heals all wounds. You can remember sitting in that old energy. Want to argue all day. Nobody want to compromise. Nobody feel like they're wrong. Energy just got you stagnant. Now we take that right there and we'll say, time heals all wounds. And I want you to explain to Prophet, how does time heal that? It doesn't. You can simply forget about it, act like you're forgetting about it, but as soon as it come up, everything that's involved with it comes back in. We should all understand that by now. That right there for sure. But the old energies, it kept individuals stuck. It kept individuals in a certain cycle of thinking, patterns of thinking. So individuals truly didn't get that understanding of healing. Because to heal, you gotta be able to release things. To heal, you gotta be able to forgive yourself. But understand, it's just for your peace of mind, just for your sanity, just for your clearing up a little bit of your confusion. But the problem in itself is never healed until both energies come together and transform it or transmute it. And you got to remember that that's what we have to do to these within our situations and encounters with individuals, because that's the way to turn these energies positive. That's the way for other individuals not to encounter the dark, confusing energies. All that arguing was just, these words is energies. So all the arguing was just negative energies just going out there. And individuals just sat with that. See, a lot of y'all now, just as prophet, releasing some of those patterns still. Releasing those patterns that was once a part of you. See, you can release them now because you can think on a higher vibration. You can think, you can be the bigger individual within your mind frame right now with yourself. But it'd be so many unfinished things, like individuals can't, these energies got individuals confused, like individuals understand where they went wrong at, but individuals not understanding that they have to heal that within themselves, and they got to release a lot of things. Some individuals don't or feel like they can't talk their way through, talk out their situation. But what you're really doing is just holding on to all of those energies, all of those negative, emotions. You holding on to pride. Because a lot of your situations now is going to call for you to accept shame, for you to accept humility, because you just understanding that the way you was operating, you thought it was right. Come to find out, it just wasn't. That's what most every individual is left with. So every individual has to face that to get past it. I never had the problem saying I'm sorry. I never had the problem saying my bad. Never had the problem saying, nah, it's me, I did that, man. I did that. I never had that problem. I guess that's why it's not that hard for me to, release certain things. Detach from certain things, certain ways. By me understanding how to take that accountability for my choices, I begin to, now I look at it in a whole nother light. I look at it like, if I do operate in those ways where I gotta tell myself I made a mistake or I didn't go about it the right way, all it is just a pattern to remove and a pattern to embed within myself. See, a lot of individuals say that word heal, but it's not that easy like individuals think, because individuals been operating out of ego, pride. So to just put all of that down and raise your hand and say, yeah, I did it. A lot of individuals I know stuck in that spot. See, if you and another individual, if things didn't go right between y'all, in your heart, in her heart, his, them, me, everybody, each individual, by now, Spirit has made it clear to you your part in it. Whether you are right or wrong in the situation, every individual has that information for themselves. So if you don't act on that, you have to know that you sitting with these old energies. And these old energies come with old patterns. It allows you to fall back into the same thinking patterns easier. See, when you release it, then you can let that sigh of relief out. And then you can replace that with something better. I think individuals be thinking that individuals want to say, I told you so. You know, individuals want to say, you need to listen to me, you know, and all this. Which I guess some individuals, they probably do want to say that. Prophet, I'm more concerned with growing. I'm more concerned with looking at myself in the mirror and understanding that I did something, I didn't go about it right, but I corrected it. All better now. Not only that, I got the proper function to myself, where these things don't happen no more. And where the other individual, I just want that individual to be better. I just want that individual to correct themselves. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I say, or what you, or them, or nobody says. At the end of the day, healing is to make an individual better. Healing is to take an individual out of certain worries. Healing is allowing an individual to modify themselves, modify those energies. See, if you don't know yourself and he don't know himself, y'all don't understand what y'all have. Y'all don't know what y'all have. When you understand that, when both parties understand that, individuals supposed to do it what it takes to make it right, to correct it. Individuals think that, you know, chilling and not saying nothing, bringing a smile, you know, long as it's not an argument or nothing brought up, that is healed and is fixed. It is never fixed like that. It's never fixed like that. All of those thoughts, all of those energies still there. These energies you gotta be allowed to look at things in a certain light before you release it. So time heals all wounds. It doesn't. But the effort, that determination that you should have to yourself, that reason and purpose about yourself, that's what allows you to heal. because it allows you to look at that situation and send intentions out for the betterment of the situation, for love in the situation, for a solution within the situation. And by you doing that, you place an order. I told you place an order. Because every intention is met with a party, you could say. Every intention has a friend for it. It's just wise to understand that the positive, it's more energies, it's more powerful. You know, your mind frame should be then switch from wherever it was to truly understanding that you're supposed to be correcting yourself, making yourself better. Like, and that should be, you know, your target. That should be the place and space that you're trying to get to. But it's going to allow you to release the old energies. If the old energy is not released, it's still there. You know, and that'll cause confusion. That'll cause individuals to back up. You know, like, I know that there's certain things that things have to be said. You know, if I took your kindness for weakness, if I misjudged you, if I find myself being manipulated through other individuals to go at you a certain way, to look at you a certain way, then when I come to the understanding and realization of that, for me not to go back and say, hey man, look, my bad. It ain't about excusing your actions. It's about understanding that that was your actions and replacing that. See, if you don't, you still gonna have these same reactions to certain things. And if individuals don't think that's a real thing, promise it is. I promise it is, because you just have a certain function to yourself. It's certain things I can tell you right now. It's certain reactions that you're going to have. You know, I can tell you 2 or 3 different things. You're going to have 1 or 2 reactions for each one, like automatic reactions that you automatically pops up. You know, from within your mind frame, out your brain, however you want to say it for yourself. But, you know, healing is it's all mental. You know, it's all mental. It's accepting things and releasing things. It's just bringing yourself to the place of seeing it for what it is. And just putting the proper information within it, the proper energies within it. So understand that you have to at least, if you want to resolve something, you have to at least put forward the energies of wanting it to be better, wanting it to be resolved, you know, accepting your place in your space, but also holding love. You know, like, I don't want to release things that individual did to me, but I'm still holding on to these negative energies. It doesn't even work, you know, like that. That wouldn't even be a real thing. You know, if you're holding on to it, you're not releasing it. And these patterns of emotions has scarred a lot of individuals. So it's still trigger points, you know, and that's even if you're healing. It's still certain things for certain individuals. It just puts you in a certain energy. It alters your energy a little bit. You know, like, that's why you gotta constantly affirmations, man. Your mind is the most powerful thing, man. You have the ability to release all that. Like, you have the ability to call them things that's not as though they are, and man, prophecy, I say all kind of things with my affirmation, like, man, like my blood is healing. Man, it's so much. It's so much. I'm constantly evolving. I'm constantly raising my vibration and my frequency with every thought that I get. With every piece of information that I process, I become wiser. But you got to understand that you're talking to yourself. You're listening to yourself. And Nate hears that too. If it sounds like a broken record, we gonna play this broken one. We ain't gonna get another record. This is the one. For y'all that's for the individuals that's truly trying that, making that effort to see, I can guarantee you that you should see change. You should see change. Because that's where you headed to. A higher consciousness where you aware of your body. You aware of the function of yourself. You aware of the intentions that you put out there. And that's truly controlling your aspects of yourself. Just like you wake up and you want to have a good day. So you say you want to have a good day. You wake up, you want to be healthy. So you speak that. You want to be wealthy. You want to be abundant in every aspect. Love, intelligence, wisdom, protection, guidance, focus, everything. I think some individuals need to get a pen and paper, man. Write it down, because you're not used to it. So, even if you say a couple now, you're going to just remember a couple, but you're not going to remember it all. Write it down for yourself. You're making yourself better. These little ways and tricks that you come up with to program yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. Because spirit communicates with you in a certain way, regardless. No two individuals get the same kind of communication. Yeah, we all allowed to understand these energies. And for the average individual, it really seems like you hearing words, like sources literally saying, hey, go over here and take a left and then do this. And I promise that's not the case at all. That is not the case. You so advanced as a being. You processing that, man, in milliseconds. I don't even know how that go, but you processing it so quick through your consciousness, and you transforming those energies into words, into understandings, through your intuition, through your experience, through your beliefs and truths that embedded within yourself, through these truths out of love that you understand, even if you don't remember it. So protect your energy, protect yourself to and from, watch your surroundings, watch what you take in your ears, watch what you give out your mouth. Help somebody if you can. Give somebody some words of encouragement if you can. Prophet got words of encouragement. All of these energies, all of these words, it's all energies. Like if you around somebody and you don't feel right, they not telling you not to trust them. You're just picking up the energy. You come up with them words yourself, like that. It's just that fast, and individuals will argue probably with Prophet because it's that fast. It sounds like it seems like it's words, but it's actually it's not. Till next time, man. Show some love, hold some love, man. Sky Prophet, baby. Love everybody, man. Peace out.